Welcome to the Community Food Bank of New Jersey inaugural Women Fighting Hunger event. Thank you for being here.
I stand before you with great privilege and honor as the head of the largest anti-hunger, anti-poverty organization in the state, where we give food, help, and hope.
I am honored to be here. I'm honored to help educate, help tell the story of what I know of the success of the food bank to be.
I'm joined by Deborah Vizzi, who's the president and CEO of the Community Food Bank of New Jersey. Deborah, we just had a really terrific luncheon. It was called Women Fighting Hunger. Talk about this lunch and the message you were trying to get out to the people who came here today.
Well, you know, these are not ordinary times, and it's a wonderful opportunity to bring women together, especially right on the heels of Mother's Day, to really galvanize them around this very important issue. Many of us are mothers, many of us are caregivers, many of us are feeding our children and families, and to remind them that there are 340,000 children in the state of New Jersey that are hungry.
You talk about the number. Who are they? What do we know about the people who are hungry, who are food insecure in New Jersey?
Well, I think one of the most common associations with food insecurity, obviously, are poor children. However, there is food insecurity in every county in the state of New Jersey, which is an important piece for people who are watching and wondering, how does this affect my community? And more importantly, you know, women, especially now, have such a galvanizing presence in our world and can do so much as a collective body, as ambassadors for the hungry.
It's interesting, during the speech you actually said, someone looking at me when I was young and I was hungry might not have known all that you were dealing with, and you shared a very powerful personal perspective of what you've come through in your life.
When I was a young girl, I was in foster care, and I had extremely abusive caregivers, and I ended up running away. And I lived on the street. I was homeless, and there was a woman who noticed me, as anyone would notice a 12-year-old on the street with no family, who was picking out of the garbage. And she was a social worker, and she directed me to a food pantry. The power of her bringing me there really changed my life.
When you talk to these women and you help them to understand that they may not know what hunger looks like, what can they do?
Well, there's always a call for action. I mean, the thing that we stand by is food, help, and hope. Can you donate food? Can you help us by volunteering? And can you give us hope by giving a monetary donation so that we can do our work during times when people aren't necessarily thinking of the food bank?
Like when?
Well, most people think of us during the holiday time, and we're grateful. However, as we begin to embark, and it was very purposeful that we had this event today, because right after Mother's Day, of course, is the ending of school, and children are without breakfast, they're without lunch.
That they would otherwise get at school.
Perhaps, and of course, you know, dinner. So the rise and crisis for us is one that is daily. We don't only have hungry children during the holiday time, we have hungry children every day of the year. And particularly now, it's a call to action for women around the state and also families and children to think about all of the hungry children that do exist, and they can do something. We can't do it alone, so we really do need the community to help us fight this battle, which we believe is very solvable.
And finally, Deb, make it clear to people what you're able to do and how you're able to monetize the dollars that you receive to impact more people.
Well, you know, for every dollar that you give us, we have a larger purchasing power than the average consumer. As a food bank, we can buy things in bulk that you couldn't possibly do at a supermarket. So we really urge people to send us their dollars, send us their pennies, use the food bank as a way to commemorate a birthday or a celebration, because we can do a lot more with money in terms of a longer term strategy than we can do with, you know, perhaps a turkey where we're gonna have to use it in a certain amount of time.
We had a lot of fun today at this event. We had Chef Arian Duarte, we had Chef Paul Kapner. Talk about why it's important that you bring in other people to really help spread the word in a very organic kind of way.
Well, you know, hunger is an issue that we often think of as an overseas problem or something that doesn't happen here. So the more ambassadors we have in varied industries to help us spread our message, and what better ambassador than chefs to talk about what we do. They are renowned in in their own professions and can really speak to a different base than perhaps we are used to. So it's just really fun and wonderful and honorable for them to come and gracious for their time to give to us today. And we all had a great time.
And of course, a ton of corporate support.
Group Seb donated the pots that were used during the Chef's Challenge, and we're so grateful to them, as well as King's and JP Morgan Chase, who were such large supporters of this event today. We were just thrilled to have everybody here.
Thank you, Deb.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
You know, the power of women now is more important than ever. And we hope that we see you in the coming days as we begin this journey together as women and as a collective body to fight hunger for good.
First up, we have Chef Arian Duarte. On my left, we've got Chef Paul Kapner.
I'm joined right now by Peter Genovese, who is a features and food writer at NJ.com and the Star Ledger, joining us today at this Women Fighting Hunger Luncheon. You're not a woman, what's up with that?
One of the judges. I had the tough job today.
So do you agree you have one of the best jobs in New Jersey?
You get paid to eat all over New Jersey, and I don't do high-end restaurants. Really the only thing I don't do is sort of just casual. Who has the best pizza? Who has the best bagels? Who has the best donuts, barbecue, burgers, sort of that. So it's just a constant, endless search for the best. And again, the whole state, not just North Jersey, the whole state.
Pete, is there something about New Jersey and our food? Do you think we're doing it better, differently? Put us on the map.
Well, New Jersey, we've always been, New Jersey as a whole, we've always been the most overlooked, misunderstood, mocked, maligned state, and now in food especially. We're slowly getting recognition. You start to see, sort of these like Thrillist or Eater, they do their best nationwide, best burger, best right, and you sort of see New Jersey slowly creeping in there, but it's still all New York and LA dominated, and Chicago, the major metropolitan areas. So New Jersey's slowly getting respect. But and that's really my mission, to get to at least tell New Jerseyans. I'm probably not ever convince people on the other side of the river that there's great food here, but my job is to tell New Jerseyans about all the great places and uncover new places. I don't do all my sort of lists and stories. I don't just sort of keep repeating the same old places.
You want
the
to
places
keep it fresh.
and places that people don't know.
Right.
I'm not gonna just tell you a place that you know about.
So you want to find those hidden gems, those little secret treasures.
Places that have been open for a while that people outside the neighborhood don't know.
So you came here today as part of the Community Food Bank for New Jersey. How did you get connected with this organization?
Well, I did a story on the Food Bank about 10 years ago. So actually I met Chef Paul. I think we both realized that we've met before. So I did a story about 10 years ago on the culinary program there. And in Hillside, and I haven't been back there since, literally. So I think it's about time I make a return trip. And they invited three of us from as judges. Deb from Jersey Bites and Suzanne from New Jersey Monthly. Of course, I'm from NJ.com, and we had the tough job of picking. And it was tough picking a winner because both dishes were really excellent.
Give us the criteria that went into why Chef Paul became the winner. Was it because he's from the Community Food Bank of New Jersey?
No. The roles could have been reversed. Chef Ariana she's one of the most high-profile chefs in New Jersey. Clearly, a great chef. I think we decided that just for complexity. There was a lot going on the plate. Not that there wasn't with Chef Ariane's, but I think with what he had to work with, I think he had the slightly, and I mean slightly, better dish. The jambalaya was, the sauce. Deb was just raving about the sauce. She was like demanding the recipe. What's in that sauce? So the jambalaya thing sort of pushed him over the edge.
We had a lot of fun today. I want to thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
For the 1.1 million people who the Community Food Bank serves, 1.1 million people right here in New Jersey, almost a third of them are kids. It's alarming. The statistics are alarming.
And that's where all the money today is going, right? We're going right to ending hunger in New Jersey for kids.
I'm joined right now by Judy Spires, who is the CEO of King's, as well as Balducci, right?
Yes.
Talk to me, Judy, about how you're connected to the Community Food Bank of New Jersey and why you're here at this event today.
So what we do in our brands is we feed people, and we are very fortunate to be in great communities with great customers. And as we step back and looked at what do we know that we can do best to make the world better, and that is feed people and feed people who are in need. So our goal, our platform for doing good is hunger elimination, and we're not going to stop till we eliminate hunger in our state.
Okay, so you have the Act Against Hunger initiative. Talk about what you do and how you take that vision, that mission that you just said, and you bring that to the community right here in New Jersey.
So it's really exciting, Joanna. Act Against Hunger is the name of our platform, and we have all 3,000 associates rallied behind that, and we judge every bit of involvement in our communities around that. So from anything we can do to help educate our young people in nutrition, we have store tours, we go to the schools, we have a nutritionist on our staff who is really great and can take the kids through the stores and help them understand what that's all about.
So a major education component there.
Yes, a major education. And then the volunteer aspect. It's so funny, this is our week. We had 200 people last night, volunteers from our company, at the food bank, the community food bank in Hillsdale, sorting and separating food that, getting it ready for the people that need it most. So we have the volunteer component, and then we have the fundraising component where we work very hard in our company to raise funds, through our customers, through our vendors, and contribute to that, getting that going to make sure we're putting that all towards hunger elimination in the state. And then there's the personal commitment of our corporation of giving money to all the causes that are involved in eliminating hunger. And today's event that we're at with the hunger elimination for children, just to think that children go to bed hungry in our state, and there is a need in every community.
I know this is personal for you because you also serve on the board of the Community Food Bank of New Jersey. So how do you take this mission that you're called to, and that clearly is the mission of your company, and make sure that you're spreading the word and that you're letting everyone know how important it is?
In order to spread the word and show our commitment, I jumped at the opportunity when I first came to this company 7 years ago to work my way onto the board at the food bank, because I know that that's the best way to get involved to make a difference and garner the power of that organization with my organization and the skills that we have and the connections we have to be available to really help this organization do all that it can do. And it is an amazing, our president and CEO, Deborah, her story is unbelievable, how she was the recipient of food bank food, and now she is the distributor and the leader of it. I'm in. I can never get out. I don't care. I'm in this forever because of the spirit, and the rest of the people on the committee use their time and their talent in every way they can because of just this fabulous organization and what's behind it. So I couldn't be happier to serve. It's never, it's always yes whenever I'm asked, and I hope that I even bring more ideas to the table.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chef, step away from your dishes. Woo!
I sweat all the time.
Good job, chefs. Good job.
Life and Living has been a production of the Caucus Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. Funding for this edition of Life and Living with Joanna Gagis has been provided by ShopRite Supermarkets, Berkeley College, Delta Dental of New Jersey, Johnson & Johnson, Suez, Adler Aphasia Center, and by Verizon. Additional support provided by Melandre Salon and Sulis Spa. Look beautiful, feel beautiful. Life and Living with Joanna Gagis has been produced in partnership with TriStar Studios.